I mean, when Paul says, forgetting the things behind and pressing onward and upward to the mark of the high calling in Christ Jesus, he's not talking about growing out of sin. As 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12, and chapter 10, verse 23, all things are lawful for me, because we're not under the law. This is what he's trying to describe here in Romans chapter 6 and verse 7. He who is dead is free from sin. And in verse 14 he says, sin shall no longer have dominion over you, for you're no longer under the law, but under God's grace. Verse 18, having been freed from sin, we become the slaves of righteousness. I mean, we need to understand, because we're not growing out of sin. We're just doing the things that we have, as he describes in Philippians, whereto you have attained, whatever measure of truth you have attained to, walk in that. I mean, that's the faith. And this is what the writer of Hebrews is also trying to describe in chapter 9 and 10. In chapter 6, he says, moving on from the elementary teachings of Christ, let us be carried on unto full age. It's been translated perfect by some, and others full age, but he's not talking about the perfection of the body here. He's talking about us coming into full age in Christ. I mean, we got to understand that the body we sow is not given life unless it dies, as he said in 1 Corinthians 15:36. So Paul isn't saying in Philippians 3, forgetting the things behind and pressing onward, that we're growing out of sin. It's just not to do the things that we have proven that condemn our conscience, but to move on and not do those things which our conscience condemns us for. And moving on unto perfection, moving on unto full age, testing and proving what is good, as the writer of Hebrews in 5:14 describes. Solid food belongs to those who are full age, who by reason of use have their senses trained to discern between good and evil. Talking about the senses of your mind. Talking about the conscience. I mean, we need to know the truth, and we just need to walk in the truth. Jesus